Hey, welcome back. I'm Jaron. Let's check out how the chord pads in Cubase 15 can give us more than just chords. In our previous video, we used the Velvet Tines chord pads preset to create a chord progression, and we paired it with a drum beat in 7/8 time signature. Here are those two elements together. We synchronized the chords with the kick drum, and even with just these two layers playing the same rhythm, there is clarity to what is being communicated musically. Let's introduce our bass player to the band by having the bass play the same rhythm as the kicks and play the same harmony as the chords by playing the root notes of each chord. First, let's load up a bass track. Let's go with this one. In any genre of music, the main role of the bass is to play the roots of the chords. The root of the chord is the 1, or the lowest note in the chord's construction. It is also what gives the chord its name. For example, our first chord in the chord pad preset is D minor 11. Its root is D. This is the same for most chords. Let's copy the MIDI from the chord track, the electric piano, and paste it to the bass track. We only want the bass to play the root notes, not the whole chord. So we will grab the mute tool and select every note except for the bottom note of each chord. Now, we have a bass line, our simplest version of a bass line, built of just the roots. And here it is with the band. Although this can be more than enough for many musical situations, let's add some more activity in the bass. Let's give our bass a chance to add its own point of view to the conversation happening between the bass, drums, and chords. In bars 1 and 3, let's move the second of the A notes, the roots of A minor 11, up an octave. You can do this by selecting the note, holding Shift, and pressing the up arrow key. You can also move a note down an octave by selecting the note, holding Shift, and pressing the down arrow key. This also works when you select multiple notes at a time. Now we will start to see the power of carving our bass line out of the chords. With our two notes repositioned up an octave, we can see how they are near other chord tones. For example, G, the 7th of A minor 11, the chord occurring at that point in time. Let's anticipate our root notes in the higher octave with this note from the chord on the 16th note right before. We'll unmute this note, G, and shorten it so that it is only a 16th note. And we'll make sure to shorten the note happening underneath to avoid overlapping notes, which we don't want in the bass. Let's hear it with the band. In bar 2, we will add two 16th notes, again, using notes that already exist in the chord. We will unmute D and shorten it so that it is only a 16th note long, and then place that note right at the end of bar 2. Next, we'll anticipate that note with C right before, and again lasting for 1/16th note. In their current position, these two notes have a 2-octave jump as they proceed to the next note, the D at the beginning of bar 3. This is a pretty big jump, which means these notes are a bit high for the bass line, at least to my ears at the moment. Let's move both of these notes down an octave. Now we get the same effect, but there is only a 1-octave jump down to D, the root, at the beginning of bar 3. For a last touch, let's trace through the chords in bar 4 to connect our root notes. We'll use D and F for the first chord, which both belong to the chord occurring at that time. We'll reposition D down an octave, and then follow it with F, making each of them a 16th note long. For the very last chord, we'll reposition the root note, G, up an octave, and then we'll unmute the 5th, D, and make it a 16th note long, and use it to bridge back to the root, G, in the lower octave. We'll duplicate the root note and reposition it 1 octave higher on the very last 16th note of bar 4. Let's hear the complete bass line with the band. This is the power of having well thought out chord voicings. When the notes of the voicings are well distributed, you can simply trace a line through the chords and you won't be far from a nice line. All we have done is used notes from the chords and repositioned a few of them into different octaves. There are a ton more chords waiting for you to apply this process to in the chord pads presets. Try it out for yourself. In the next video, we will complete the band and add a melody. See you there.